This episode is brought to you by Pulsar.
I actually remember the day when you came back from the US. Okay? Not the day, but you were at a certain period, you know, when we were doing trendsetters and then we did so many things together, you know. 2011, 10, 11 मा हैन त्यो एक किसिमको त्यो एउटा त्यो रेस थियो के लाइक यु ह्याड द ड्राइभ यु नो लाइक हुन्छ नि हैन ओके ब्याम 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 वी गर्न यो पनि गर्ने त्यो पनि गर्ने हैन गर्ने 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 काम गरिरहने जुन आजसम्म पनि सकिया छैन नि त छैन नि त त्यो मलाई थाहा छ नि त हैन मैले त क्रिस्टल क्लियर देख्छु नि त त्यो प्रियङ्का जुन 2010 मा मैले भेटेको स्टिल सेम प्रियङ्का was still on it हुन्छ नि हैन like let's go हुन्छ नि हैन you haven't slowed down I don't think you've slowed down I still give you an example to everybody.
No,
you know?
I don't think I've slowed down.
You haven't. Look at Priyanka. I gave you an example in 2010. I still give you an example till today. I know. On like that drive, with the young friends now, I don't know if they have that drive or not. Okay, and I want them to have that drive too.
Yeah.
You're getting me what
important.
I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
I want everybody to have that drive. But the digital ecosystem मा चाहिँ यस्तो जज्ड हुन्छ नि हैन त्यो जजमेन्टलाई चाहिँ कसरी त्यो बिर्सिने के केही समयको लागि के like because you used to do that too.
No,
you
I
still
think
do that.
True now, John, because the amount of scrutiny there is out there and how cutthroat it is, you really need to have a thick skin, probably thicker than mine, early generation. I mean, mother, I had some time to get my skin thicker and thicker and thicker to a point that nothing can touch me right now. I know. Yeah. You need to be that like overnight.
Do you really want to nurture your child to be like that?
I think you have to.
Bro, that's the future.
You have to.
Oh man, can you
Bro,
imagine?
that's the future, bro.
Me as being a father, I don't know how
That's the future, bro.
how I would teach Ayanku to have a thick skin.
That's the future.
No,
What do? You expose your child to like scrutiny?
You don't have to.
And be
They're
like,
automatically
good
gonna
job.
get. They're automatically gonna get exposed.
No, you don't have to expose it because it's not only just limited to social media. Okay? It's everywhere, like in schools, everywhere. Because there is just so much information out there, and not every information reaching to you or to your child is something that they need to be exposed to, and you have no control over it.
Well said. And that's exactly what I was trying to get into. And like you said, overnight, the thick skin paunako लागि चाहिँ there's no formula to it.
There's
But
no formula.
There's no formula to it. And
And you will be hurt, you will cry, you will have your bad days, but you will get over it. That's the spirit.
time.
So the
is
question-
it time? Is it time will?
But do they have the time now? Because it's easy
So
to kill
that's
yourself,
what I'm
man.
saying is you will not have the time like I had. Abako generation ma चाहिँ. हुन्छ नि अबको जेनेरेसनमा because everything is blown out of proportion in minutes.
Hey, how about
You
we
know?
do this? We turn this conversation around and say, what is the emotional crutch that you require?
Bro, there's no emotion. I don't think. I don't think.
No.
you need to-
Malai, I would say it is that. For me, at one point in my life, when, say for example, broken families go when my parents were not working out, my emotional crush was my brother.
Yeah.
And then life happened, this and that happened. I got introduced to. I keep saying this, but emotional crutch kela banaune matters a lot. That is the reason why people abuse drugs.
Oh yeah.
True or not?
Yeah, of course.
If I am pushed to a point where I cannot control my emotions, even though I meditate and all, I have to have a cigarette and just be like, oh. You understand what I'm trying to say?
I know.
And right now it's on in this day and age where these children are being exposed to so much. उनीहरूले त त्यो emotional crush like the कि alcohol, कि nicotine, or harder drugs.
You know what the biggest drug is, Ayushman, on today's date for me personally? It's for me personally, the digital space, the internet is the biggest drug right now. Instant dopamine release.
Absolutely.
If I'm working out, I have that problem too. If I'm working out, the working out ko set ko between the 45 seconds, man, I still need dopamine. Guess what I do? I go to Instagram and I open my phone. If I'm sad, but I don't want to think about it, I'm going to go through my phone. If I'm really excited and really happy, I want more dopamine, I'll go through that. So I believe the phone's the main thing, but this conversation can go into 1,000 different directions. Thick skin, You have to get it overnight.
No, I
And
think
proper emotional crush also.
And then I just think that you just need to be able to shut everything off. I know it's easier said than done, and a lot of people will
How did
struggle
you
with
do
this.
it? Yeah, how did you do it? How do you do it?
I just shut everything off. I know that I matter. I know that I know my truth. I know where I stand, and I know how hard I've worked to be where I am. And all these people passing judgments or saying things about me, I look at it in 3 ways. One, it comes from pure hatred because they can never be who I am. Not in this lifetime, I know. Second, it might come from jealousy, I know. And third, it might just be your own frustrations of things that you couldn't do in your life and you see someone else doing it and acing it. So it automatically turns to hate. So now you being in my place, you need to know, everyone, you need to know that you are so much better than all these people. And all this hate is coming to you is because you are someone.
Yeah.
And you know, a lot of the times, a lot of your haters are actually your biggest supporters because they follow you every day. Because see, like, generally, if I don't like something, I would never go to that page or check out, what's happening. So if somebody doesn't like you and is constantly following up and leaving you messages, then, bro, that's a fan.
Yeah.
So I think you need to start thinking like that, you know?
Yeah.
Start loving
True,
yourself.
man. That's very true.
They hate us because they ain't us,
Start
bro.
loving yourself.
कति पछि सुने यार त्यो
Yeah.
Start
पछि
loving
सुन्यो।
yourself.
Start loving yourself. That's the first most important step.
This episode is brought to you by Pulsar.
Thank you very much for supporting the podcast so far. And if you want to see more content, more shows, then make sure that you subscribe to our channel.